Welcome to Chapter 4, Part 10, where you're going to learn how to change the order of layers on the Layers panel. So the first thing I need you to do is switch to the Selection tool and then deselect all of the items. So clicking anywhere on the pasteboard to make sure that everything is deselected. Now you're going to open up your Layers panel over here on the right-hand side, and you're going to click and drag the 10th layer to the top of our layers panel. So clicking and dragging, and you'll notice that you have this little white line or gray line that shows up as you're dragging things. So we're clicking and dragging our 10ths to the top, and now we're going to drag our text layer to the top by clicking and dragging and releasing. And then we are going to drag our image layer up to the top of the panel. So it ends up being reordered the same way, but just watching how our image changes as we reorder these things. So some of you will be familiar with layers from Photoshop, and they work in very similar ways. So you can reorder them, and that's going to indicate what is on top. If it's at the bottom, that means it's going to be at the bottom of all the images and everything else will come over. And then if it's at the top, it's going to take priority and be on top of everything else. Now we're going to click the empty square next to the text layer, named to lock the layer. So what we can do is this empty space right here next to our eye, is we can lock that layer so that things cannot be altered. So we're going to do that on our text layer, and you'll notice now there's a little lock in that empty space. And now we can indicate that our layer is locked and that it cannot be altered. So please go ahead and save your work. Do not turn this in yet. You will need it for Part 11. And go ahead and save and move on to Part 11.